know the saying, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You know, you shouldn't be around or involved in criminal activity if you don't want to find yourself locked up. I ain't gonna lie. You got some people that are locked up that are innocent. Some people that are in there that are doing time that don't deserve to be in there. And there's some people that are guilty, but they actually had a reason to commit the crime that they've committed. You understand? For this video here, I'm gonna be talking about how an inmate ended up catching more time while he was locked up, and it was just bullshit. It was a setup to complete time. Let's talk about it. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today I'm gonna be talking about how when I was locked up inside of Florida, how I seen an inmate catch additional time, but it's kind of flawed how he ended up catching that time. Okay, you know, a lot of people, not just inside, but people on the outside as well, believe that everybody locked up deserves to be there. And I'm here to tell you it's not true. You know, there's plenty of people that are innocent locked up, and there's plenty of people that had a reason to commit their crime that is locked up. For instance, I'll use a little scenario. Say somebody harmed one of your family members, one of your children, someone that you love, meant a lot to you, and you retaliated and you did what you needed to do and you get locked up for it. Are you gonna feel like you're wrong for it? No. So that's what I mean by did the crime, but had a reason to do it, you know? Killing is one thing, you feel me? But not everybody that kills, you know, didn't have a reason to kill. There's people that literally had a reason, you understand? But this situation here, there wasn't no killings or anything like that, but it's kind of messed up because this inmate was supposed to go home soon, you know what I'm saying? And he found himself in a situation that he couldn't get himself out of. Now, for those that don't know, when you find yourself locked up, who really runs the yard? Is it the inmates or is it the guards? Depending on what institution you land at and where you find yourself laying your head, it could be either or. I've been to institutions where the guards were sweet, to where like you get away with anything you want, but it was cranked and turned up to the max with violence from inmates. You get what I'm saying? The sweeter it is with the guards, the more ratchet it's gonna be with the inmates. And then it switch swaps. You know, the more sweeter it is with the inmates, it's because of how much the guards got it on lock. You know, how messed up and crooked and flawed and how strict the guards are. That's why it is like that. Okay, well, this institution I was at this time, it was one of those institutions to where it was sweet with the inmates. You ain't really had that much to worry about, but you got to worry about the guards. You know what I'm saying? They do control movement. They escort you across the compound with your hands on your head. They do certain things differently. It's more of a security thing. See, down here in Florida, when you look it up, I know on the West Coast, you got different levels, level 4 yards, level 3, level 2, stuff like that. But when you look it up down here in Florida, we go off of custody levels, okay? Now, you might see somebody locked up and it might say that they're at a medium custody camp. So you're gonna think, oh, that shit's weak. But in all reality, that just means less gates. You get what I'm saying? Less guards with guns. You know, it's not that severe of a lockdown place. But when it's like that, that means it's wide open and ratchet with inmates. That means inmates are getting away with a lot more. There's a lot more blind spots, a lot more openings. There's bigger area for them to cover. You understand? So don't ever get it twisted on the East Coast when it says medium custody or max and be like, oh, he's in a max custody. Max custody down here just means you're behind that door. They feed everybody chow before it even gets dark out. They don't want nobody walking around that's max custody while it's dark out. But the rest of the compound that's medium custody can go to chow when it's starting to get dark out. You see, it's kind of different. You know, it's the security levels, the only thing that those things mean. You get what I'm saying? But if you look it up in Florida, I believe it's 6 or 7 levels is how high it goes down here in Florida. You see? So we had an inmate that
at this time was at this institution, and he found himself in the beef with the guards, you know, because this was a camp that was ran by officers, you know, and he was a known hustler. The guards knew he hustled. They hated that they could never catch him with nothing. He had so much, you know, face card that when he'd find himself in a situation, the guards would run down on him, find a phone, find anything, you know, in a cell, no matter where he was, whatever they found, somebody would stand up and say it was theirs. If they found him in the cell, his bunkie would take the write-up. If they put him in confinement and they search his cell a couple days later, find another phone, the bunkie that's in there will admit to it being theirs. They'll get the DR, which is the disciplinary report. And then he'll get put in a different cell, and then the same thing. It's like no matter where he went, he always had fallmen because he was a hustler, and people knew what type of line of, you know, hustles he did. You get what I'm saying? And the guards hated him. They wanted to do all they could, you know, to finally, you know, try to get rid of him, get him off the compound, and every single time when they got something that they felt like it would stick, it never stuck because somebody would take the rap, you feel me? Now, on this particular day, since he already, you know, had a dirty face with these prison guards, and these guards had it out for him, they felt like since he was going home soon, they were going to try to make it to where they extended his stay. Now, don't get me wrong, he was never really the violent type, you know? People just were cool with him, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the one running around stabbing people, you know, robbing people, extorting, or trying to rape people, you know, cut people. He wasn't one of them type of people. But since he had money and he was a hustler and he walked around like his shit didn't stink, he could drop that bag on you. You get what I'm saying? He could send a hit. He could make somebody attack you for him. He had money like that, so it was more easier to play chess, you know, than checkers. So the guards on this specific day, they felt like, you know, trying to get some revenge on him from all the shit he got away with, and they wanted it to stick. So what these guards did, everybody's hanging out vibing, you know, we're on the rec yard just chilling, and I see the guards come out there. They're like 4 or 5 of them. They come out there and they actually walk up and they tell him to come with them. So he's like, what do you mean, for what? And they're like, oh, because the captain's office, he wants to see you, he wants to speak to you. So he's like, for what though? I didn't do nothing. And they're like, no, you didn't do nothing. Everything's good. You know, just come this way. You feel me? We'll bring you over there. Everyone that's on the rec yard that's looking and watching him talk to all these officers already feels like that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are they talking to him for, and what's he doing talking to them? You feel me? That's how you look at it from the outside in. You feel me? Every time you see anybody talking to a guard, everybody's antennas go up and pays attention. Even if they don't look like they're looking, everybody is watching. That's just how it goes inside of prison, because you don't know if they're telling or if they're giving too much information or if they're dry snitching. You never know what it is they're doing. So everybody's things are up, paying attention. So next thing you know, he leaves with them. All right. So as he's walking off, you know, that's the last that I see of him at this particular moment. So he walks off, he goes with the guards. Me and my homeboys are sitting there just kicking it, talking about bullshit on the rec yard and everything like that. Next thing you know, you see the guards run over there. You see other guards running like the way that he went in the direction with those first few officers. Now, what ended up happening was when they were escorting this inmate, saying that the captain wanted to see him, in all reality, it wasn't true. They brought him into a blind spot. And when they brought him into a blind spot, they let an inmate attack him. You know what I'm saying? And when the inmate attacked him, he defended himself and was fighting the inmate. The guards didn't hit him or nothing like that. You know, they let them roll around and do their thing and everything. But the inmate that attacked him actually had a knife. So when he had the knife and he was trying to stab him with it, you know, he was able to muscle the dude with the knife. You know what I'm saying? And he was beating the dude and everything. And then he was going to stab the guy with his own knife. That's when the guards jumped on him and started beating his ass. And just because they didn't like him because he was a playmaker, they charged him with an assault on an inmate and got him added time. You feel me? Now, to me, that's just crazy how your freedom's right there, and just like that, it's taken away from you. And when this all happened, so many of us on the compound got like a paper wanting to be a witness on his DR. You know, like he tried to get so many people to be his witness of what happened. But in all reality, none of us were actually there. You see? So probably wonder, well, if you weren't there, then how do you know that's what really happened? Believe it or not, the same guards who were involved went around bragging to everybody, trying to make a name for themselves to scare other inmates. Oh, you think your shit don't stink? Just remember, we're the biggest gang in here. That's what them guards were saying. We're the biggest gang in here. We run whatever. You know, we'll let you have your fun, but when we say it's lights out, it's lights out. That's what they said. Like when we say show's over, show's over. And I guess as many times as they caught him, they hated that. They were really trying to catch him, but he kept getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that law that's in the 48 laws of power, that you never want to outshine your master. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, even though they were taking him into the box every time, and they were moving him from cell to cell, it made them look dumb because he always had someone else that was falling for him, that was taking the rap. So it looked like no matter what they'd get on him, where they'd catch him, what they did, where they put him, he was a step ahead because he always got away with it. So they decided to do this and set him up like that. To me, I find it crazy because you never know what somebody's got on the streets, who's waiting on them, what they have to go home to. You don't know if they got a child out there waiting on them, if they got a lover, if their parents are older and they're sick, they're ill, are they on their deathbed? You never know what somebody's, you know, trying to hurry up and get home to. You feel me? And I wouldn't care if I didn't have shit to go home to. If that happened to me and I didn't have nothing to go home to, I still would feel tried. And it's like, what do you do in this situation? You know, you're not going to beat them in court. You get what I'm saying? The power of their pen is more than you and 100 inmates defending you as witnesses. You see, so it's like by them getting this put onto you and added onto you, it's like all you could do is accept it. There's nothing you can really do, even though it's 100% wrong. You feel me? All you could do is do the time. You could try to retaliate and attack a guard, but that's not going to get you far because it's going to go three ways. One, you attack a guard, they're going to put you in a cell that you'll never come out of. You know, that's it. You'll be locked in there forever. You know, that's going to make the rest of your bid hell. You know, then they might give you empty trays with no food. They might put glass, razor blades, stuff in your trays, and you never really know. Two, they're going to beat the hell out of you, put you in a coma. I'm talking about stomp you so bad that they might continue to beat you your entire bid. They might hide you somewhere, and then just the rest of your time you're in there, you're getting beat by them guards because you put your hands on one of them. Or three, they might kill you while you're in there. Those are like the only three solutions that you have when it comes to going against the guard. So it's like no matter how much you go against them, if you take it to the extreme, or if you're thinking about taking it to the extreme, you got to always remember those are their three top extremes. You see what I'm saying? And those threes can most likely be your outcome. So he had no choice but to sit there and do that time. And it's crazy because I remember we had never seen him after they transferred him and everything, but we did hear he caught 11 years. He caught 11 extra years for an assault on an inmate with a knife, but was set up by the guards. It was all like a stage just to get him to mess up right before he went home. You know what I'm saying? You never know the type of person that is around you. You know, yeah, you look at it like inmates are tougher than guards. Always. The guards ain't nothing but some bitches. That's how inmates and convicts look at it. But I tell you what, a lot of times they be 10 steps ahead because they already know how far you can take it compared to how far they're willing to go. You feel me? You can never outdo their farness because they got the upper hand due to all the steel doors, the shackles, the chains. You feel me? And then each other's, you know, statements. You see what I'm saying? And it's just a messed up situation because me thinking about it, he's still in there serving that time. It ain't been 11 years yet. You get what I'm saying? And you're not going to beat them. You know, if you try to appeal it, you know, they're probably beating you while you're in there, trying to force you not to appeal it. You know, you never really know. But it makes you wonder, like, could that happen to you? Makes me wonder, like, damn, it could have happened to me. Because I found myself where the guards were against me at multiple institutions. When I was at Calhoun CI in Bluntstown, Florida down here, all them guards were against me for no apparent reason. It was just because I was white, but I was like urban white. You know, I was like fit in with all races. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what color you was. I didn't hold it against you. You feel me? I was born different. I'm from Broward County. We don't go off colors down here. So like me going up there and seeing all them white guards that were like that, they had it out for me the moment I stepped off that bus and I had to strip, squat, and cough. And they seen all my tattoos and stuff. They had it out there for me, you know, and I didn't even have that many tattoos yet, but just the few I had when I came in from the streets, they already had their, you know, oh, he's on that side. We gon', you know, they might treat blacks, you know, and Spanish is bad, right? They'll treat Spanish worse than whites. Whites, they treat like gold, right? But they might treat the Spanish worse than the whites, but then treat the blacks worse than the Spanish. But when it's a white boy that gets along with blacks, and it's a white boy that fits in with blacks, that's more urban than he is suburb, they treat him worse than they do the blacks. And that's how it is. And I learned that at Calhoun. You see? So it was like, I know there's no beating these guards. You know, at the end of the day, I was always taught, you know, if you're getting jumped or something like that, get a hold of one of them. And the one you get a hold of is the one that's, you know, shit. If 80 of y'all jump on me, the one I get a hold of, I feel sorry for. But at the end of the day, even when I'm doing what I'm doing to that one I get a hold of, even when I let go or stop doing whatever I'm doing, the other 7 aren't going to stop. They're going to take it to the extreme because now they got the green light to where they feel like they could kill me right now. And they're going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And it doesn't matter if you can't defend yourself. They're going to beat you, beat you, beat you. I've seen them beat inmates senseless, ones that were drooling out of the mouth that look like they were retarded now. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of things that you go through dealing with these guards. And I feel like I could have been put in the same situation as the other dude who caught them 11 years. I feel like this is something that you would see a guard do in a movie, you know, get away with this type of stuff. In all reality, it's like, damn, it ain't really from a movie, but movies be making things like that because that's the type of shit that happens in real life. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will ask y'all this before I wrap it up. What would you do in this situation? Are you going to try to get revenge on them guards? You going to try to get your hands on that specific one that set you up like that? Are you going to take it to the chin like it's nothing and just say, fuck it, do the time? What would you really do if you found yourself in that situation, about to go home, and these guards come out there and fucking with you? And as many times as you got away with it, this one time when you didn't do nothing, they tell you to come with us. The captain wants to see you. You go around that corner, someone attacks you. You defend yourself, you know, muscle them out of their knife. And next thing you know, you're getting charged with assault on an inmate with a weapon. And next thing you know, find yourself up that road doing more time when you were this close to go home. What would you do? I don't know what I would do unless I found myself in that situation. Me, I don't know if I would just knock the time out, or if I'd attack a guard, or if I would just try to be 10 steps ahead and get some cell phones and try to get some low-key footage and shit on them guards or something like that, and try to get it to where, you know, get their ass caught up so they in there with me. You know, I don't know what I would do. You feel me? I've never really been in that type of situation. But when you think about it, there's no winning. You get what I'm saying? It's very, very short amount that win against the prison guards. But I want to come on here and I want to share that with y'all, get y'all's input. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Have y'all seen anything like this happen when you were incarcerated? Do you know anybody this has ever happened to? If so, drop it in the comment sections. But don't forget to break it down and let us know, what would you do in that situation? You feel me? Because it's like, what do you let the dude just attack you and stab you and you lose your life? Or do you defend yourself by muscling him, beating his ass for hitting you, and then gotta, you know, unarm him by taking the knife, and then now you just get set up and you get put in the box. Next thing you know, you're in the box thinking it's just another fight situation. Next thing you know, the guards are going all the way with it, because they don't always gotta, you know, press charges on you. But if they really, really want to, that paperwork's gonna be there, and it's gonna be accurate amongst all the guards' paperworks. They're gonna make sure all their stories match, and so it sticks. You feel me? Just like inmates stick up for each other. That's my dog and all this shit. Them guards go to work every day, leave, talk together, hang out after work, go to bars, drink. That's their friend. You get what I'm saying? So they're going to lie for their friend like you would lie for yours. You see what I'm saying? But That's all I got for y'all today, man. Y'all drop in the comment section, man. Put y'all's input. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And y'all know, like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.